Hello, friends, and welcome back to my... Oh, my gosh. No. No! Ah! So hello, welcome back to my Xbox 360 Edition Let's Play, but you might notice we are no longer in the Xbox 360 Edition of Minecraft. We are over here in Bedrock, so I did transfer the world over 2 weeks ago. I know, really sad. Actually, maybe it was more than 2 weeks ago. I made a whole video about it, and then in the end, I really don't like the video, so we're not going to be posting that, but I will tell you guys today really briefly how I transferred over, just because I know some people might have a couple questions. I do have a whole video about how I transfer over, and that is how I did it, so if you guys want to see that video, you can watch that, but today I will just go over it briefly and then we'll just run around the world and I'll point out a couple little weird things that I noticed after transferring that I think are kind of interesting. That is what we're going to be doing today. So in order to transfer over, I used the classic method where you go through the Xbox One edition. If you don't have the Xbox One edition, it's a little more difficult, but if you have that edition, I kind of recommend going through that way because it's just easy. So what you do is you load up your save in the Xbox 360 edition, whatever world you want to transfer over, and from there, what I did was I put everything in a chest, but there's really no need because all your stuff will come with you if you do this way. But still, I put everything in a chest and then I just headed to spawn. I saved. One of the interesting things was that I did save the game and it was nighttime, and I was kind of testing to see if it would be nighttime by the time I uploaded it to Bedrock, and it still was, so that's kind of cool. It keeps the time of day, I guess. Anyway, then you're going to take the Xbox 360 edition save and you're going to upload that to your Xbox One edition. This is a little bit slow, but it's totally worth it, so we're just gonna wait this through. So once that is complete, then you're gonna open up your Xbox One edition, either on your Xbox One console or on your Xbox Series X or Xbox Series S, whatever you have, you're gonna open it up over there. And from there, you're gonna upload that save. So this part is really ridiculous and silly because you won't actually be able to open up this world in the Xbox One edition, but this is just how we have to do it. So we're just going with the flow. This can take a while as well, but totally worth it. So from there, you're going to open up your Bedrock edition on the Xbox, whatever Xbox you have. I'm just going to say once right now that I really hate the load screen on Bedrock, but anyway, moving on. From there, scrolling down, you should see it at the bottom. So you're going to upload that, and this part takes a while. I have heard from a lot of people that they experience a crash here. It has never happened to me, so unfortunately, I have no advice for that, but if you are listening to this and you happen to know how to get around that, please leave a comment down below because I never know what to say to those people because it just never happens to me. It always uploads fine, so I'm not sure why it crashes for some people. I'm on a Series X, if that helps, but I have seen that it happens to people on the Xbox Series X as well, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but please leave any advice down below. So once that is done, this does take a while too. You can open it up, adjust the settings, all that fun stuff. So this is Bedrock. This is my world in Bedrock. It's really, really cool. You can see so far. I think that's the first thing that I noticed that is just crazy, is that how far you can see, which is always really interesting to see. I don't know. I really like the look of that because on Xbox, on Xbox 360, you can't, the render distance is a lot shorter, so you can't see as far out. So it's just always really interesting. All right, so I've been playing in this world for about 2 weeks now. I uploaded to a realm so I can play it from all my devices, and it's really cool. I'm loving it so much. I just want to let you guys know that I am not abandoning the Legacy Edition of Minecraft. I'm not even sure if I'm going to upload Bedrock videos here, so let me know if you guys want me to put that on a different channel or something, because I don't mind doing that. I do have a second channel. I could put them over there if you guys aren't interested in that. But yeah, I've been playing for about 2 weeks and I have noticed a couple very, very bizarre things. So I'm just going to point them out really quickly now, the ones that I can think of. So first off, oh my gosh, these sheep keep lighting themselves on fire. So the first thing I noticed is that the beacon is not working. I think that's kind of interesting. I don't know why that happens, but it does. So we're going to have to just grab some sort of iron or something just so we can charge it up again, because I do kind of want to get that working. While we're down here getting a piece of iron, I'll just briefly say that when you first transfer over, all your chests are going to be separated. So I've put these all back together. It took me a really long time. It was really annoying. But all these double chests will turn into single chests. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure why that happens, but it's kind of interesting. And yeah, it's not a huge deal because obviously all your stuff is still there. So it's not really a huge deal. It's just a pain in the butt to go around and have to put all your chests back together. I haven't done all of the ones in my world yet. I've just done the ones down here. But yeah, so that's something I'll have to work on. Another thing while we're down here, I think I'm just going to take like one piece of iron, I guess. Another thing I'll say while we're down here that is very interesting is that the wither skull, this had a wither skull on it, and it's gone. I find that so interesting. Like, why don't the wither skulls work over here? So that one is gone. And also I had a bunch saved in my ender chest and they're all disappeared too. I find it very strange. But again, that's not a huge deal. I can get more wither skulls. Kind of sucks because I had a bunch saved up, but I'm not sure why that happened. It's very strange. So another thing is that some of your paintings will fall off the wall. I'm not sure why. So I had a painting right back here and it fell off. Not sure why. And this painting I had to put back up, but that painting had also fallen off the wall. So just kind of interesting. I'm not sure why some of them stayed, some of them don't. There's probably a pretty good explanation for that, but I'm not sure what it is. Oh, I forgot to show you guys one more thing downstairs. In my basement here, another thing that is broken is my secret compartment here for my bedrock. So this usually works. Well, I mean, it still kind of works a little bit because you can't get in anymore. But yeah, the bottom part of that doesn't work. Obviously, redstone is very different in Bedrock, so I'm gonna have to get used to that. I'm not exactly sure how it works, to be honest, over here, but I'll have to look into that. My Bedrock did still come through though, so that is kind of interesting. Not sure why that worked, but my secret door no longer works. So that also means obviously that a lot of my farms are not working over here, which is kind of sad, but it's okay. So now we are just gonna try and power up that beacon. Oh, it is kind of nighttime. Let's just have a quick sleep. I still didn't fix my roof, guys. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'm gonna get up there and fix it soon. I just don't want to right now. All right, so let's fix this beacon so we can move on with our life. It's so strange that it didn't work. I'm not sure why it broke like that, but I think what I had it on was the speed. I'm pretty sure. And speed 2, I guess. We'll do that. There we go. I'm not sure. It's very strange why those unpower themselves, but that's okay. All right, so now that we have some speed, we'll just move around. Okay, another thing that is very strange is that there are villagers all over my world now. I'm not sure where they came from. It's super weird because they're all still here in my villager trading hall. They're all still there locked up. But then there's random extra villagers all over the place. So there's this guy, there's another one in my house. You can see him right there. There's constantly just villagers everywhere. I find that so strange. If anyone knows why, please let me know. Like, where did these guys come from? I don't know. They just came out of nowhere. Very, very, very bizarre. So back here, we have my iron farm, which seemed like it was working as soon as I uploaded to Bedrock. So I'll insert a little clip. It was working over here and then it just stopped working. So unfortunately, this farm doesn't work over here. Very strange. I'm not sure how to get that working again, but see, there's more villagers over here. It's just very weird. Very weird. Villagers have just taken over this little world of mine. It's strange. So another thing I noticed that is kind of weird is that there's just this random hole here. I'm not sure what happened. It looked like there was a gravel just floating and it seems to have fallen after I transferred. Just kind of strange. Just a strange little thing. I don't know. Some of these might be kind of boring to you guys, but I just think they're interesting. I find transferring worlds is so interesting in Minecraft because the crazy things that can happen as a result is just strange. So there is the new part of my map. I've explored it a little bit. I haven't gone too far out because it is very repetitive. I think I mentioned before, but this world seed is it's just snow for miles and miles and miles. So snow and ice pretty much. But I'm going to show you guys a little interesting thing over here. So if you guys don't remember from my Xbox 360 world, I had a row of trees that surrounded the entire map. And for some reason the trees did not come through, but all the glowstone did. So I just have a row of glowstone now around my world, which is interesting. And I don't hate it. I kind of like it. I think it looked really nice with the trees, but I think it looks okay with just the glowstone. So that is that. A couple other weird things happen. Like, as you can see, there is a random torch floating right. I don't know if you guys can see. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a random torch. There we go. Floating right there in the sky. Very strange. Very strange. I think the other day when I was swimming around here, I saw there's like a random torch underwater as well. It's very weird. I don't remember where I saw it. I probably won't find it now. This is weird. There's like air down here. Kind of strange. I'm not sure what's going on with this, but okay. Yeah, I was trying to find, there is somewhere, it's somewhere over here. There is a torch underground, but I can't find it now, but it is somewhere here. Look, more pockets of air. It's very strange. Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's get out of here because it's very hard. Very muddy water. Jeez. So yeah. Moving on from the torches, which are not supposed to be there. I'm going to actually swim over across here just so I can show you guys a little bit the world border. So I'm over here on the new generated area, and I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of how the world sort of generated, the old world sort of mixed into with the new world. So this new generated area is a snowy hill biome kind of thing. I'm not exactly sure the biome name, but there's a lot of snow on some really tall hills. But as you can see here close to the edge, it sort of took on what that is. So there's this sort of looks swampy. It's just interesting the way that it mixes over, because it will take sort of some aspects of your old world and put it over here. So as you can see, this is sort of swampy, I think, probably because it's swampy over there. Here you can see there's one random birch tree because there's a bunch of birch trees over there. So it's very strange how that works. I think it's kind of interesting. Okay, so let's fly back into our old generated area here. I do think that flying, I know a lot of people say that flying in Xbox 360 is better, but I kind of like it better in Bedrock. I find in Xbox 360 it's very wobbly and it makes me feel a little bit sick. So I kind of like it better over here. I hope that's not too controversial to say. So now we're going to be heading just into this middle area here. I'm going to actually show you guys something really quick here by spawn because I find it so interesting. So I had this sort of like glitch in my Xbox 360 edition where I have this melon just floating, like it's still connected to its seed and everything, and it's just floating in the Xbox 360 edition, and here it is. It transferred over just like that. So I really like it. I'm going to leave it there. I think it's just interesting to have that floating melon still connected to its seed. Kind of cool. I don't even know how I got it there, but it happened. Over here along my main path here, there's also this floating leaf that's been there for years. I don't know why it didn't fall down with the rest of the tree. Isn't this crazy, you guys? There's pandas in my world now. This is so wild. Anyone who plays anything before the PlayStation 4 edition knows how crazy that looks. So that is just wild. As everyone knows, signs don't work, so I have a whole bunch of blank signs now around my world. I'm eventually gonna have to go and fill those back up because they were markers explaining what everything was, and now they're gone. So it's kind of sad, but hey, it's all right. I'll just have to redo all my hundreds of signs in this world. No big deal. So here's just another example of how weird the border generates, because my world here, in the top corner, there was always this little desert, and then you can see that it transferred over there even though that's a snow biome. So I think it's really, really cool. It's interesting to look at. Over there too, we have the acacia right next to an ice spikes. It's interesting. It's unique. I like it quite a bit. So as I mentioned a bunch of times, the reason I postponed transferring this world over for so long was because I don't like the world generation that surrounds my map. So I have snow biomes in every single direction. It's a little bit much, you know. One of those things. Oof, that's the first time I saw one in this map. That's really cool. An armadillo, I think. I don't know what they do. Someone tell me. I have no idea what the heck those things do. I'm gonna have to look up so much stuff because I'm just so behind over here. So here's another thing that's kind of interesting. In my Xbox 360 world, I did build a rail right on the edge of the world border in the nether. So it's like right on the edge. I was right up next to the bedrock. And then you can see here, I transferred it over and now I just have some floating rails. And I am so curious to know what will happen if I try to ride this. Like, I'm so curious. So I have put all my important stuff away in a chest. So let's just give it a try because this is interesting. No? Like, come on. What's gonna happen? Let's see. Oh, that makes a lot of sense actually. So, but yeah, I just have some floating rails there, which is kind of interesting. So another thing that is kind of interesting is that some of the mobs work when you transfer over. Like these horses are still there. They're my original horses from the Xbox 360. So I still have Eddie, the dog. He managed to survive the transfer. Here he is. He's doing just great. That's my original Eddie, the first dog I got over here. And other mobs just didn't work, so they just disappeared after the transfer. So as you can see here, I did have this gate was filled with rabbits. This was my rabbit farm, and there are no rabbits left. I don't know why they disappeared, why some things worked and some didn't. Another thing here, with my cows, I'm not sure actually if they came through or if I got new cows, but my sheep definitely disappeared. I had a pen here of sheep. So I still have my iron golem named Peppermint. He's still going strong. He looks very different though. He looks all viney, which is kind of interesting. But over here, one of the saddest things that is gone, not only the sign is gone from my dye shop, but my snowman is also gone. So I'm gonna have to get a new snowman. This was my favorite little buddy named Sugar Plum. I'm really sad that he's gone. Actually, that was like one of the first things I was kind of upset about in this world. After the signs. So the signs are probably the most disappointing part. As you can see here, I had to replace this sign, but all the signs in my pyramid are completely gone. It's really, really sad. But I've been slowly replacing the signs one by one. I'm not sure what to do with the pyramid yet, if I'm going to replace all the signs or not, because it's good. That would take a really long time, but I could give it a try. One of the things I did after I transferred over was I made this Xbox 360 map and I froze it or whatever. I locked it. I locked this map, so it's always going to stay like this. I think it's just a nice reminder of how my world used to look, or how it still looks, because I haven't really done too many changes in it yet. The only thing I've done so far really in this world is remove all the trees. There was a bunch of trees on that mountain, and as you guys know, I really don't like trees, so I've been slowly removing those trees because I just want to clear up all the trees around this area at least, and then I'm going to go venturing out. So I really do want to explore all around the border, because I have a lot to explore. I really, really do. I want to find some cool stuff. I would love to find some new biomes, but I'm gonna have to go so far out to find those. I guess that's it for today's video, guys. Oh, one thing I had to ask, I don't know if anyone will know the answer, but let me know please what kind of settings you guys use for Bedrock, because I feel like it just doesn't look really nice. I do have it on the beta texture pack or something like that. I'm not really sure what it is, but I think it looks okay. I was using the classic one for a while, but I thought it looked a little weird. I didn't really like it. So let me know what you guys do when you're playing Bedrock. If any of you guys play Bedrock, you probably don't, because everyone hates Bedrock except me. So that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Have a really good February. I think it's February now. Have a really good February, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!